I mean, it's so new. It's hard to believe that it needs any work, but this is another one where it chooched a little bit and then it won't proceed to chooch. So you know what my number one suspect is? Right to the carburetor. Yeah, these aren't too terrible to work on. A little bit of a pain in the butt. More than anything, it's just they don't give you room to do a whole lot of anything. See, even if you wanted to put a screen in here, it's really hard to fit a screen in here. Because the barb comes out to about here anyways, and the barb on this side comes out to about here. So they do have screens inside the containers, but in my opinion, the microns on the screen and side here aren't smaller than the orifices inside here. I really like saying orifices. So there is gas in here, and I guess I should probably find my fuel pincher. And hopefully the new neighbor doesn't get angry with me starting equipment here and stuff. All my other neighbors have been pretty amicable and cordial with me, but you know, whenever you get new neighbors, you don't know how they're going to act with your endeavors. I mean, at least I'm not a meth house, right? Yeah. I'm glad that didn't squirt me in the eye. They just don't give you enough room in there. That's all. That's all. I mean, yeah. Come on, biscuit. Some days. There you go. Gas doesn't smell terrible. And somebody's texting me. We're gonna drain the gas out of this too, because I don't know where that gas has been at. And well, we'll just pop her apart here and see where we're at. Ooh. Yep. Doesn't look terrible. I mean, it smells a little crappy, but it doesn't look like any dirt's in there, so we'll pop that apart, clean her out. Yep. That's what I wanted to do, was drop that. And so when you're doing these, be careful that you don't overdo it. Just want to gently pry that up. And then usually what I look for is, besides these buttholes that are, these people just don't give a crap coming up and down this road. Use it for the cut through to go to wherever they're going, Target, Walmart. You hear me bitch about it all the time. Won't be any different 100 years from now. Probably be worse. Now that orifice looks clean. That orifice looks clean. We're gonna throw the brake clean down inside. Just trying to make sure I don't see any extra dirt hanging around in there. Yeah. When we put these on, there is a one-way only for these. And that poor guy there, huh? Like I said, the unfortunate part is I think these microns and these screens are smaller than what was that? A porcelain? What was that? Just dirt? Just dirt. So let's set you to the side here. Let's bring you back down. Let's try to get all the gas out of here, even though I don't think it's all that bad. Wish I knew where my other pan was. Yeah, I don't think the gas is bad. But if there's any dirt in there, we'll hopefully have chased it out. When my liver fails, I'll know why, and I'm doing this for like dirt cheap, you know. I shouldn't say dirt cheap, but cheap enough. These are always a pain in the butt, in my opinion, to get back together, because they just are. And sometimes I always forget that. It's easier to grab this automatic choke one first. If you can see what you're doing, you definitely need more light. And when you're doing this, make sure you don't break off any tabs. And sometimes it's easier to put the fuel line on first and then attach it to the intake there, and just make sure you're on it, and yeah, you got everything lined up, and we'll find my other parts here to this project. We want to put the fuel cramp back in place. It surely feels good on the back too when you're just leaning over. Yeah, I don't like stretching like that or leaning like that, but whew. And then I'm missing a bolt right there. And this is always a little bit tricky too, trying to get that breather tube back on there, especially if you got bigger fingers. Thankfully, my fingers aren't too terribly big. It's just hard to manipulate it, and it's honestly easier to pull the bolts out and slip it in there, but when you put these back in, you don't want to put them all the way down right away. You gotta kind of put them in and just make sure that they line up before tightening them down. And hopefully get the other one in here. And same thing here, just be careful you don't strip the metal out because it's tapped. And let's go take her for a walk and see if she chooches. Try to clear a path out here for all this. Yeah, and yeah, I think I checked the oil when I was there, but just to double check. I mean, this is like a brand new machine.